A Toast to Freedom is the national anthem of Slovenia. Well, 16 teams are busily preparing for Eurobasket 2009 in Poland, and Eurosport 2 is bringing you 5 of Slovenia's friendly games as they make an assault on the Eurobasket podium in Poland in September. Our first game is from the Komunalny Arena in Domžale, right in the center of the country, just north of the capital, Ljubljana. Well, this arena seats 4,000 spectators, and basketball has a fanatical following in this country. So the visitors, Macedonia, can expect a hostile reception. Both Slovenia and Macedonia used to be part of the old Yugoslavia, and basketball has become infinitely more competitive in Europe since the breakup of Yugoslavia in the early 1990s. Well, this is the second meeting of these two teams in 24 hours. Slovenia won the earlier game 77-68. Well, I'm Roy Birch, and Mickey Bett is with me in the commentary booth. Mickey, this is a friendly game, but exactly how friendly is it likely to be?
I think it'll be quite a little,
Bonsoir à tous,
testing
bienvenue
game for both teams, Roy. We saw
en Slovénie pour ce match de préparation à l'Euro 2009. Nous sommes à Domžale, au nord de Ljubljana.
Both teams heading to Eurobasket 09. I think it's really early days for both teams, but both coaches, Arsic and Zovc, will want to find out a little more about some of their players in preparation for the September tournament, European Championship.
If you're a keen follower of basketball on Eurosport 2, you recognise some of those names. Jaka Lakovic, the Barcelona player. And one name that really does stand out is Matijas Smodis of CSKA Moscow. Runners-up in this year's EuroLeague, champions 2 years ago. And one of the greatest players in Europe, Matijas Smodis, the number 8 for Slovenia.
He's been that Final Four maybe 4 or 5 years in a row, Roy. I don't think there's could be many players that have played in many Final Fours than him.
Juri Stopza, the coach to Slovenia, a man with a great basketball history. And I can remember doing the 1991 EuroLeague final, Yugoslavia against Italy. And poor old Juri, he was withdrawn from the team on the eve of the breakup of the old Yugoslavia. Couldn't play in the final, despite the fact that he'd taken his team all the way to the final. He was presented with the gold medal, but afterwards in the changing room. And here he is as coach to his beloved Slovenia.
Back then, the days of the Yugoslavia, when he would have been coaching a Slovenian team in the future, Roy. It's an incredible journey that him and the Slovenian Basketball Federation has gone through over the last 20-25 years. And to come to this stage, they're a real power. They've got a shot in Poland in about a month's time.
Well, we've got two ends of the old Yugoslav Republic. We've got the northern end of it, Slovenia, and the southern end, Macedonia. I drove through Macedonia many years ago, passed through the earthquake city of Skopje, and to my mind, Macedonia was a province of Greece. But how politics and how the landscape of this particular part of the world, the Balkan Peninsula, how it's changed. We've got a few players that we'll mention later on that somehow have attained Macedonian citizenship. I say that with a note of irony in my voice.
Interesting, Roy, isn't it? The second game in 2 days. They've probably been in training camp for maybe a week, maybe just a bit more than a week. And now this is what they can. That's what they train for. That's what they practice hard for, to get to these games and get into these tense situations.
The federal former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Let's get it right. And again, there's Slovenia. 2 former Yugoslav republics. It's preparation time for Eurobasket 2009. Friendly games for August. Both teams here will be engaged in at least half a dozen, possibly more, probably more friendly games, but they're leading up to what they hope to be a successful 2009 Eurobasket. It's Slovenia in green, and they will be playing Macedonia, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, in their, let's call it orange.
It's bright yellow and red, Roy, isn't it? It's a very, it's definitely going to stand out when the lights go out in the arena. You'll be able to spot the Macedonian players fairly quickly.
Our referees, Mr. Javor, Mr. Stranad and Mr. Mlakla. 3 referees as usual, and Matijas Smodis gets the first tap, and it's Slovenia in green.
What you'll be looking for is a little bit of patience, a little bit of run the offense first 5 minutes, and straight Smodis low post.
Oh, that's a good hustle. Good hustle. Smodis committed the sin of a big guy putting the ball on the floor inside the paint, tried to dribble and lost control. Macedonia can't take advantage with a missed three from the corner.
Nervous start for Macedonia, and you know, for Smodis to get the ball low post the last time, they're probably going to try and save the offense again. See what he can come up with. We've got a slippy floor, Roy.
Well, it is very, very hot outside here in central Slovenia.
Sometimes when you put the paint in that area under the basket, it does get slippy.
Well, number 11 for Macedonia, Krzyzewski there. We've seen quite a bit of him on Eurosport 2. Played for Zadar last season in Euro Cup. They got to the last 8, but couldn't get past Bilbao.
That's the first whistle of the game, Roy. And it's a typical game for this national game. They're going to wipe the floor. Look at that. There's a bit of wetness out there, a bit of slickness. The humidity gets onto the floor. There you see the slip from Mudric. Goes in and his left foot just gives way. Look at that.
Oh, that is the last thing you want in preparation games. I mean, he could have torn knee ligaments, could have done himself an awful lot of damage there, the NBA player, Mudric.
General rule is open all the doors, Roy. If there's condensation getting on the floor, get the wind through, get some breeze flowing through, dry it all up. Yeah, it is very dangerous.
Let's just hope that they cure that problem pretty quickly. It's normally a problem in the sports halls that I know anyway, when the floor is granwood, or it used to be concrete tiles, but on wood it doesn't normally happen this early in the evening.
No, it just, whatever happens, all right, you know, you've got to get it sorted. The referees, I've seen an old friend of mine, Paul Stimson, broke his ankle on a slippy floor around about January time, didn't play the rest of the season.
Paul, of course, and the hard-working FIBA delegates nowadays. Well, again, Krzyzewski the rebound, so neither team scored in a minute and 20 seconds. Seems to be one end, the condensation problem. Oh, that's the easy two there. Todor Krzyzewski from Zadar, the 32-year-old, gets Macedonia underway.
Well, Krzyzewski's one of the main men. 14 minutes in yesterday's game at 31. Probably coach doesn't want to give him too many minutes, but he started, and you might think he might play a few minutes if he's going to get easy baskets like that.
You know, a bit of a stunned crowd at the moment, seeing their team slipping all over the place.
Well, you can hear the screeching noise of the sneakers of the floor. The players are just testing the floor out to see whether there's any stick to it.
A smiling Yuri stops it there. 42 years of age now. Ex-Ljubljana, Virtus Bologna, Limoges, Heracles, and Paris, and Split player. Yeah, this is very, very unfortunate indeed, with the ball boys, the court attendants, having to make sure that this floor is safe to play on.
Well, what it does for the players, it takes all your confidence away. You do not want to move quickly. You don't want to risk it, because if the foot goes the wrong way, your groin muscle's gone.
Yeah, the
your ankle might go.
Referee's doing the right thing and stopping the game until we can get this floor completely safe. As you say, the first thing we've got to do is get some air in there, get some ventilation in there.
Yeah, I mean, you can wipe it as much as you want to, unless you get the temperature changed in the gym, it's not going to make any difference.
Head referee there, Mr. Zavor, consults the commissioner.
It's a dead little atmosphere for a home game for Slovenia right now. The crowd very patient, waiting for things to start again.
Well, let's hope. 2-0, Macedonia leads Slovenia. Minute and a half gone. It seems as though we've been playing about 10 minutes already. Here's Smodis inside, and that's deflected, and Slovenia possession out of bounds.
That's a good little pass of Smodis, trying to thread the needle to Juric going back door. Couldn't quite get a little deflection from Krzyzewski, I think.
No problem this time inside, but the rebound drops into the hands of a Macedonian player.
Beno Juric is the only one that shot the ball so far. He's 0 for 2, just rimmed out that shot. It's number 4 for Macedonia. Verbika Stefanov is their best player. There's no doubt about it. You might argue that Masi coming in and Krzyzewski, but Stefanov makes everything happen.
Beno Juric there picking up his first foul. Sacramento Kings player. Well, the first 3 of the game puts Macedonia into a 5-0 lead, and that's Pero Antic. Again, we've seen a lot of him on Eurosport 2 over the last 3 or 4 years. Euro Cup player. Smodis inside, fouled, and gets the and one.
Yeah, Matthias Smodis, that was the first play of the game that he fumbled. He got the same play again. Now look, Pero Antic says, I did nothing. There's no foul there. There's no foul here from Antic at all. Oh my goodness me.
Pero Antic there, a former teammate of the Great Britain player Andy Betts when they were both at AEK Athens. Matthias Smodis does complete the three-point play. 5-3, Macedonia leads Slovenia.
Kept us all good. Took a good look before that one went down.
Antic. That's a good matchup. Smodis against Antic. Two very, very experienced players. Number 8 for Slovenia, number 12 for Macedonia. Easy rebound, and the outlet pass is thrown away.
Well, Roy, the idea was right. Look out, get a quick outlet, but it went to the wrong play. Jaka Klobučić was not the outlet pass. It should have really gone to Udrić, who's on the foul line. Smodis went long and messed it up.
Very unlike a Slovenian crowd to be so subdued at the moment. Remember, there are still, well, 37 minutes to go, unless, of course, we have overtime. Of course, this preparation for Eurobasket. Oh, lovely move from that man, Pero Antic.
Well, Roy, we've seen a lot of Pero Antic playing for Red Star Belgrade. That's not what we've seen. We've not seen many low post moves from him. Really a banger in there.
Well, he got 13 points in the game 24 hours ago, and that's a poor pass. But luckily, well, the referee bows him out with Antic's second foul, I think.
Well, that's the same pass Smodis tried, I think, a minute ago that the same man, Antic, deflected. So Smodis going to have to disguise that pass a little better.
No, the foul didn't go against Antic. Blazevski, his first. Look at the defense that Antic is exerting on Brezej now. And that won't count.
Well, Antic was up and under, took the pump fake, and then just couldn't react when 2 fouls. They're in trouble now. That's their big man inside. Look at this. Takes this fake. Brezej gets him up in the air. There's your foul.
Smodis outside, hits a three. What a great all-round player that man is.
Well, I think how many times have you seen Matthias Smodis open up with that three-pointer? The defense sucked into the penetration, leaving him wide open on the three.
Macedonia have qualified for Eurobasket for the first time in 10 years. And they'll be there in a month's time in Poland. The pick and roll, and well, they were behind the back pass, somehow found its man. Antic can't get the rebound, Smodis can.
This is where they can break Slovenia. If they look long, get the ball down quickly, but more of a slow break than a fast break.
Shot clock in single figures. Udrić. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and the three-pointer misses, and Smodis steps in for the easiest rebound he'll get in a long time.
Yeah, there's a definite box-out miss there, because Smodis followed that little shot, and look how softly that ball drops off. You can see it right now. It's going to hit both sides of the rim. 1-2, it just drops on the floor. It's Pero Antic has missed the box out. Number 12 there, just turned it around. Yep, that's my fault. And he takes a seat, Roy. He's subbed out. He's got 2 fouls, so it's probably an obvious substitution. Samazicki comes into the game, the young man. A lot thought of this one.
7-footer Samazicki, number 15. It's tied up at 7s. Chizevski inside for a power move. Regains Macedonia's 2-point lead.
Chizevski is one of the scorers of this team too. At 31 years old, he's going to put some points up to those aging legs, maybe. Having played last night. Udrić there to pass to Brezej.
I don't believe the referee's given 2 points there. The foul was on the player who dished off. The referee signaled 2 points.
Well, I don't know, Roy. I'm not sure. I think the foul was on Brezej. Blazevski gets the foul. There's
the foul.
I think they blow.
There's no way. No way.
No, it's 9. Blazevski coming behind, I think.
Well, the player who was fouled wasn't shooting. So how the referee can give an and one there, I have no idea.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? Sometimes the referees see something.
Slovenia by 1, 4:40 to go in the first. Remember, this is just a friendly match in preparation for the biggest tournament in 2 years in Europe. And offensive rebound, Samaziski. And new shot clock. Smart play from Macedonia.
And Roy, interesting there, Samaziski gets the rebound. He's only 8 feet from the basket, but he had to wipe his hands off after he passed it. That was a slippy ball.
Lovely pass. Travel. No, it's been given as a 2.
Yeah,
Whistle went, the referees looked at each other and gave 2.
Samaziski there. Looked like the first time he got it, there's a slippy ball maybe, so still a bit of humidity around. That's worrying the players.
Smodis inside. And big rebound for Macedonia, and they decline the opportunity to play the fast break. Man in the corner, wide open. Defense was nowhere, and that's the second three-pointer for Macedonia. And that's Macedonia's number 8, that's Darko Sokolov.
Yeah, I think one thing that worries me about this Slovenian team, they're an aging team. They're not as young as they were 2 years ago in that European Championships where they came 7th.
So 4 points, the biggest lead of the game so far. No, sorry, it was 5 points at one stage, wasn't it? But now it's back to a 1-point game with Slovenia's number 7, Primoz Brezec. Got 8 points last night, spent 7 seasons in the NBA. And takes Slovenia to within 1.
And you're right, Roy, Brezec, but he's one of those players we noticed that is without club right now, so I wonder where he's going next year. They're not quite sure. We haven't found out on the chat lines where he might end up. Found there by the young boy, the up-and-coming superstar of Slovenian basketball. He's wondering where the foul is, Klobuchar.
Well, the foul was called because he bodied his man up and bumped him out of bounds, or tried to, right in front of the referee. Many referees would allow that, or just let it go.
That's a tough call, though, and that's really a first-quarter call when the referees want to get into the game, perhaps, but it won't see that called in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
what you're saying is you wouldn't see that called with 1 minute to go, pending overtime. 14 on court for the first time. 14 is Macedonia's, would you believe, Jeremiah Massi. Well, Macedonia retain their 4-point lead. That was Massi on defense, number 14 for Macedonia, and another 3 for Slovenia. It's still just a 1-point game. This time, Jaka Klobuchar.
Well, you know, Klobuchar's a good young player for Slovenia, and started last night, started today at 10 points yesterday, so a good opener there. 3-pointer.
Here's Massi with the un-Macedonian sounding name. The left-handed shot doesn't get the drop, and they don't get the rebound either.
Yeah, Jeremiah Massi of Kansas State University, by way of his Macedonia's passport.
Born in Detroit, which is not a suburb of Macedonia. That's not last time I looked on the map anyway.
Well, what do you think the connection is? Mike Wilkinson,
I give up,
Mike Wilkinson gets his Macedonian passport. Mike Wilkinson played for Aris. Jeremiah Massi played for Aris. Jeremiah Massi gets his Macedonian passport. Darius Washington plays for Aris, gets his Macedonian passport. There is a connection.
Darius Washington, PAOK Salonika. So Salonika, that's the connection. Here we go. He's only about 3 days bus journey from Macedonia over the mountains. Jaka Lakovic, the Barcelona player, on for Slovenia. And taking a break is Dimitar Mirakovsky. Well, coming in rather, he plays in the second division in Greece for Ago Rafimo. There's Massi, his team lead by 1.
Oh, Massi's gone to the floor, just bumped over there, just bowled over. I'm not sure who the foul is on, but he was just taken out.
Well, Massi was denied any NBA potential because apparently he was too small, but his athleticism is renowned now, particularly in Greece. Of course, nowadays he's a Real Madrid player, but we do hear rumours that Real are thinking about loaning him back to Aris. Real did a big loan job with Papadopoulos, wasn't it? Another Greek player who this time isn't Macedonian.
No, he's just Greek born in Russia, isn't he?
Something like that, yeah.
Papadopoulos.
Massi with both foul shots.
Yeah, I think Massi's going to bring a lot of quickness to this game because there's not a lot of athleticism out there on either team. A lot of aging superstars out there, perhaps.
Yeah, Massi got the inevitable nickname when he was in Aris of Air Massi. Somewhat unoriginal, but quite appropriate.
He can fly, there's no doubt about it. He's getting on in his years, perhaps, but definitely gets up there.
Just wonder how long he's going to stay at Real Madrid with the new coach, Ettore Messina, in charge of Real Madrid now. Oh, we'll give that as a pass, I think, and another pass inside.
Any pass you want to, right? There's the and one.
Antic, I think that's Antic. Is that Antic's third? I think it is.
Golomac has got the and one, but any pass you want in that lane, the Macedonian defense is nowhere.
Third foul and the fifth against Macedonia, and Antic is in trouble. Really shouldn't argue here.
Well, he gets 2 fouls in the first quarter. You have to take him out. And he did sit down, but he's back in the game, picking up his third foul.
Oh, where's the foul there, though?
Wow, touch foul.
Oh, that's a 50-50.
Roy, you've coached international basketball. You've coached it. You adapt to the referees. It's ticky-tack out there. The referees are calling everything.
And I tell you what, I'd call the referee everything if he called that against my team. Antic surely he's still on court, but he can't be on court for much longer. And still an age to go.
Here's the screen for Massey. They've missed the screen. You want to get the ball to him low post.
19 plays 19 with 80 seconds to go in the first. Massey pulls up and misses. It's an air ball.
Well, I'd give Jeremiah Massey that shot any day of the week. No way that's his range.
Golomac is bumping his man all over the floor in there. And he just actually pushed both hands into Antic's back. Antic nearly fell over, nothing called.
Well, he was wide open. Stefanov's first shot, three-pointer. Snatchy, missed it.
Jagodic the rebound. Oh, lovely pass, and that's the lead for Slovenia. That's how to play a fast break. Lovely, fluent, smooth fast break move.
Yeah, right. I think this Slovenian team has slowed down over the years, but the one thing that makes them tick is the number 5, Jaka Lakovic, the Barcelona guard.
Oh, turnover, and good hands from Slovenia, and this is dangerous for Macedonia. They trailed in the first half by 19 points in that first game. Massey takes a break, and in fact it's a Slovenian timeout.
Yeah, good call there. Macedonia will get a chance to regroup because things aren't going as well as they want to. They're not getting back on defense against a Slovenian team that's not really that quick down the floor. So, you know, to me, this is a good timeout. Control things, calm things down for the Macedonians, and a good chance for Stobza, Yuri Stobza, to talk to his troops.
Well, we've talked about Eurobasket in Poland many times so far in this first period, and in Group A in Eurobasket, Macedonia joined by Croatia, Israel and Greece. And Slovenia, well, they have a really tough group. They are in Group C along with Spain, Serbia and Great Britain. Spain, of course, the world champions. Serbia, always very, very dangerous. And Great Britain, well, the unknown factor really in that group. Everybody's talking about their NBA players, but well, I don't honestly believe that Slovenia, Serbia and Spain know an awful lot about Chris Finch's Great Britain.
I don't know, Roy. I don't know. I think a lot depends on Deng. Everybody's saying that Deng's not going to play for GB, which then all of a sudden weakens Great Britain tremendously. And I think Great Britain may go into that group of the 4 S's, Serbia, Slovenia and Spain, as the complete underdogs.
Oh, no doubted. Undoubtedly, Great Britain are the underdogs in there. But I just think, you know, they're the dark horses. They're the surprise team. I don't think too many people know exactly what style of basketball Great Britain play. And as you say, without GB, then they're going to have to play an awful lot of defence. And I think Chris Finch will make sure that all 3 teams know they've been in a game of basketball when they play Great Britain in that Pool C. First game in that Pool C against, would you believe, Slovenia. Golomac in the post. Nice little handoff. Oh, great fake. Great fake. So even the popcorn seller took that fake.
Yeah, but they missed the shot. That's the important thing for Macedonia. Chance. Mirakovsky is the point guard out there. He's got to try and get the big guys involved.
5, Mirakovsky into the corner. Shot clock, and the score is given.
Well, there's your scorer. There's your top scorer for the Macedonian team, getting his first 2 points of the quarter of the game. Stefanov for the Beach's head fake. No, there wasn't a head fake, just a little running shot.
And the ball was in the air as the buzzer for the period sounded, so it counts. And we have a tie after 10 minutes. It's 21 playing 21. Slovenia against Macedonia. A friendly game here in the town of Domžal, right in the middle of this beautiful country, Slovenia. We're just north of the capital, Ljubljana, and 4,000 people are in Slovenia appreciating what they see. Slovenia 21, Macedonia 21. It's a friendly match in international basketball, Slovenia against Macedonia. Both teams preparing for Eurobasket 2009 in about a month's time in Poland. And coach Jovica Arasic there, the 40-year-old Serb, says that his team fear nobody. Perhaps a surprise package qualifying for Eurobasket 2009. This is the first time that Macedonia have qualified in 10 years. But, with the addition of a couple of American players, now naturalized Macedonians, then Macedonia definitely go into Eurobasket with high hopes.
Well, one thing about Macedonian basketball, and I noticed this summer especially, the reviews they're getting at the younger age groups. They just finished the under-18, under-20 championships, and the Macedonian teams performed very, very well. They're up there. Basketball in Macedonia is kicking off. They had one, I think the under-18s were in Skopje. No, maybe the under-20s were in Skopje, and last year maybe the under-16s were in Skopje. So it's a country that really wants to develop basketball-wise. And it will not be too long before they're knocking on a few doors and beating a few teams down. But whether they're ready right now for this Eurobasket, I'm not sure. Again, they would be probably underdogs in their group.
Their group, of course, Croatia, Israel and Greece. Greece, Croatia probably favourites in that. It should be a good game between Israel and Macedonia. Remember, 3 teams qualify out of the 4 for the second phase of the competition, but the first phase games are carried forward. The results are carried forward. Only the 4th team plays off in the classification rounds. Nobody wants to be in the games for 13, 14, 15 and 16, so you have to come in the top 3 of your group in Eurobasket. But what a tough group Slovenia are in, with Spain, Serbia and Great Britain.
All right, there's your talk about a ticky-tack foul from Golemash on Massey. Nothing in it, really. And you have to try and adapt as a player, make sure that you understand how the referee's going to call it.
Massey from 3-point range. That is not his range. That definitely is not his range. Yeah, sub please, ref.
No, he's telling the referee he wants a foul.
No. He turned to his coach then and said, I think you should sub me off there. He did, definitely, yeah. No one anywhere near him. There was no touch there, Jeremy, and he knows it.
2 for 2 for air balls, that's for sure.
Yeah, holding foul. And this time it's number 15 for Macedonia. That's Predrag Semazutsky.
Well, that's what I like about Jaka Lakovic. He's right in the thick of things, underneath that basket, setting screens for the big guy. That man there is a tough competitor. That's
31 years of age now. I mean, he's baby-faced Jaka Lakovic.
Oh, yeah, Barcelona hanging on to him. Got, I think, 1 more year on that contract.
Ex-Panathinaikos player. 3 years he spent at that club, 03 and 06. There's a holding foul, a pulling foul. You pulled your man away.
Yeah, but you know what, Roy, they're going to the hoop. That's a foul as a coach you'd love, because he's trying to get an offensive rebound, trying to get aggressive under the hoop. It's Dorman Lorbeck. Oh, sorry, it's his brother Erasm. Lorbeck picks up that foul, but he's trying to get hustle for the offensive rebound. Look at this. In fact, he got his shirt tugged first. A little pull back to the right arm, yeah.
Massey inside.
What a foul.
Oh, what a hustle from Massey. Well, rebounded his block shot there. His block shot got about 18 inches away from his hand, but kept the rebound alive, and Macedonia go into the lead through Vibrica Stepanov, the 35-year-old. 19 points last night. The veteran now playing in Menorca in Spain. But it's tied up again at 23s. Slovenia's number 9, Beno Udrich, nails the jumper.
Well, how many teams would have 2 left-handed point guards in Lakovic and Udrich? They're both left-handed. One starts, Udrich starts tonight, and Lakovic will probably end up starting the tournament. Again, we've got a wet spot under the basket. Here's Udrich's move off the pick and roll. No show from the defense, so an easy jump shot. And Udrich with all that NBA experience from the Kings last year.
Back in, or picking up the foul there, Todor Chisevsky. Strikes me that 2 big players for Macedonia, Chisevsky and Antic, well, they cannot afford to get them into team trouble. And they certainly can't afford another big player. Golemac to have 2 fouls, which is what he's got at the moment. We have problems with this floor, unfortunately. This is very, very disruptive to the game and to the players' mental aspect. Have to keep shutting off and thinking, when's the game going to restart? And worse still, can I afford to go inside and risk injury? Samazitsky is fouled.
Yeah, another foul. I think it's Erasm Lorbeck. That's second foul for him in the space of about a minute.
The Michigan State player, even though he only spent 1 year there. And now with CSKA Moscow.
See, what's happening is you get to these international games and you get 3 referees from the same country, what we've got tonight, and you get in the way that game is called in that country, which is very, very tight. It's and the players have to get accustomed to it. They have to adapt, because things they get away with in their normal leagues are not getting away with tonight.
Yeah, very difficult to referee friendly games, I would think, because, okay, you know, the word friendly, they're in inverted commas, and the referee has to take that out of his mind. And imagine it's a EuroLeague game. As tough as any other game of basketball. And Chizevsky there with the rebound. Here he is again. Oh, that's good defense. That's way downtown. And the rebound is Chizevsky, another foul against the big guy, and that's just what Macedonia did not want.
I think that's his first foul, right? I think the fouls have gone against Antic. It's no foul at all, really, just tipping the back of the hand, back of the ball. But you're right, Roy, you will not want him to get into foul trouble too, so a second foul on him could be problematic.
Yeah, still 27 minutes in the game, and 4 fouls against 2 big players. Golomatch from the corner. Well, we've seen him play for Panellinius this year. He's left that club. We don't quite know where he's going, but he was a quality player in Panellinius's Eurocup efforts.
Third foul for Erasm Lorbeck. Look at that, in the space of 2.5 minutes. He might as well take the long walk to the bench. Another push in the back, looking over to the bench, see if there's a sub coming. Look at this, there's no foul here. It's a little elbow. Now, who's got whose arm?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mickey, 85% of fouls are called on the defense. The referee looked at that and thought it must be the defense.
Well, Samaziski was the one that hooked up Lorbeck. He's not complained too much. He's still looking over the bench, trying to figure out whether there's a sub coming.
And on the line, Predrag Samaziski. Only 8 points last night because he picked up 3 early fouls.
Well, you could guarantee that if this was a big game, if this was a competition game, then Lorbeck would be out just like that. But Stubbs is leaving him in there because he knows it's a friendly.
Yeah, both teams have got 17-man or 16 to 17-man squads. So Smodis back in there.
Lorbeck sits down. Yeah, it's a good move from Stubbs. Although it is a friendly, you still need him later on.
And Samo Udric wants to get in there. 30 years of age yesterday. Estudiantes player.
We've got 2 sets of brothers for the Slovenians, and almost had a set of twins for the Macedonians playing tonight with the Jovanoviches.
Wow, number 5 for Slovenia, Jaka Lakovic there, boosted up a 3 and then got his own rebound. Smodis is bumped.
Yeah, Samaziski gets that foul. He can't argue too much with that. He's the veteran in Matthias Smodis has just gone in there, fallen over.
Well, an exhibition there on how to draw the foul. Smodis there just leant, bumped, and got the foul called in his favour. Stefanov, the veteran Macedonian player, takes a break.
Yeah, Stefanov's one of the top scorers. I think Gachevsky, Jeremiah Massey there is sitting on the floor, 14. And Stefanov are the main man when it comes to competition time.
Massey looking around the official. Well, who hit me? Somebody did, ref. Lakovic from 3-point range. And there's a foul, and it's against Macedonia's number 7.
Roy, but the interesting, you're right, is Sokolov with the foul? No,
Dimitrovsky.
Dimitrovsky's got the foul, but he's trying to stop one of the Slovenian players going to the board. All 4 green, look at this, 12, looking for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, waited till the man was in the air, a little shove, right in front of the official.
Well, I think what it key points out to anybody who's going to play Slovenia in the future, one of them being Great Britain, is that these Slovenian players go to the offensive boards.
Yeah, that's good rebounding from Chizevsky. Oh, open jumper, my word, and a missed open jumper.
He missed it. He's got to make that defense on the floor.
Yeah, indecision as to whether to aim for the board or the hoop, and a lovely pass, and Slovenia's number 12, Goran Jakanovic, nails the 2.
That was Golomatch. You know, we've seen him play what Hapoel Jerusalem, Panellinius, a very, very subtle passer of the ball. And he can also foul too.
This time it is Jakanovic.
That's his second foul. He was the one that put Massey on the floor and he came into the game. Godnik not known for his speed of foot. which would explain why Macedonia have gone to this real spread flex offense, Roy. They're trying to make the slower Slovenian players come out to the perimeter.
The experience of Todor Chisevski on the foul line for Macedonia. Had a very disappointing final 8 in the Euro Cup, but attempted to make amends for Macedonia in Eurobasket 2009.
Oh, you're right. He was tearing things up in the regular season, wasn't he? Came to that Turin group of games and was nowhere to be seen.
Golomach. This is good defense from Macedonia, but they reach in at that crucial time, and it's Dalman Stoyanovski.
Yeah, one of the twins there, Stoyanovski there. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's got in the game. He wants to try and get something done. And he's just trying to be active defensively and just being a bit too active.
But team fouls, so Slovenia on the foul line. For Slovenia, Goran Jagodink. No problem with either the Jagodink. Massey back in and interchanging with Chisevski.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether they go to Massey straight away. Stefanov back into the top scorer of last night's game.
Well, if Massey and Macedonia have gone to the trouble of getting the guy naturalised, then you really would expect
yeah, here it is.
Quite a contribution from Jeremiah Massey.
Here's the screen for Massey. Get the ball down to him low post if they can.
Here he is inside, but they can't get the ball to him.
Just crowded out, wouldn't he?
On the shot clock, there's an air ball from Samazitsky.
Well, he wants a foul. He's turned around to the referee saying, yeah, that's the third air ball. There's no foul here. Or is there? Yes, there was.
Now, when I was learning to referee many years ago, the first thing my tutor said to me was protect the shooters. Even a little tickle on the elbow is going to make the shot miss. So to my mind, that's not good refereeing. Shooting, the most important skill in the game. You've got to protect the shooters. That's what it's all about. That's an offensive foul, I'm afraid, Jeremiah. Arriving at many miles an hour, and he's paying the price for it.
He's turned his ankle. That's what he's done. He's not a happy man.
That's not a shooting foul because his team were in control of the ball, but it does look nasty, I'm afraid. Let's have a look, see where he turns his ankle, and...
Well, let's have a look. I wonder what it is. Well, maybe it's just coming down
on his backside, yeah.
It looks like he's come down on both legs of Golomach, is it? There it is, goes up, comes down.
Oh, yeah, I think his bottom landed on Golomach's knee. And no problem with the official there. Offensive foul, Jeremiah Massey. Let's say Jeremiah Massey's not had the best of games so far.
Typical, isn't it? It's somebody else's foul. Never mind.
And another veteran player comes in, Pero Blazevski, for Jeremiah Massey. A holding foul, yeah, and again it's a shooting foul. Macedonia getting the brunt of the officials here. Blazevski straight off the bench and straight into the book.
I think you said 14 months between the two Judriks brothers. They both look the same, they play the same, both left-handed.
Well, it wasn't Blazevski's foul, it was Stoyanovski's second. Golomach can't make it from the foul line.
Yeah, he's playing well, though. I like the way he's playing, Jurika Golomach. A lot of experience, Croatian-born, I think. Who
was the American guy? Oh, Panelinis. It was Anthony Grundy, wasn't it? And they had a great combination, great teamwork there from Grundy and Golomach.
I thought when he played for Hapoel Jerusalem, he was a very good player. Lacked perhaps the physicality needed to get to the final stages of the competition, but he was a definite threat.
Dangerous times for Macedonia. They trail by 4. That doesn't sound like a lot, but they've got no rhythm going, and they're in foul trouble as well. Shot clock in single figures. Blazevski almost loses the ball. Ball's in the corner. 3 on the shot clock. And a rebound for Blazevski. Good boards there. Pero Blazevski. Just what Macedonia needed.
There's no way he should have got that rebound, and no way he should have scored as easy as that either. Poor play from Slovenian defense.
Well, if you're not playing well, then look to your garbage points. Smodis is, well, outnumbered, really, smothered.
Yeah, he got the great pass, just didn't make the right option. I don't think you should have scored that, taken the shot, maybe dished it one more.
Macedonia scored this time. I just wonder whether we'll see a timeout from Coach Zobsa. Well, they get the rebound, and Smodis picks up the loose ball.
Good chance. Stefanov had his opportunity there, little running jump shot. He's made 2 of them tonight already.
Now Slovenia need to slow things down now. The ball is in the hands of Jaka Lakovic, a very smart guard, and he's recognized the situation. Let's play for a balanced shot, which they don't get, and Samaziski gets the rebound.
Another chance for Macedonia to close the gap, tie it up.
Into the corner, and this, if he goes in, takes Macedonia into the lead, and this time it is definitely timeout called by Slovenia's coach, Yuri Stopza.
The young man there, Damon Stoyanovski, nails that three-pointer, and he is the young man. I first saw him play in 2005, right, at the European Championships. We played against him, and one of the top three-point shooters in that tournament too.
Well, it just feels as though Slovenia are in control of this game. It feels as though they're on top. It feels as though they should be very much in the lead, but they're trailing by 1. 5 points in a row for Macedonia has forced Yuri Stopsa, coach of Slovenia, to call timeout. Well, back in Domžale in Slovenia, to the strains of John Lennon and rock and roll music, it's Macedonia leading Slovenia by 1 point. And it just felt as though Slovenia were well in control of this game, but somehow Macedonia have scrapped and scrambled and scratched their way back into the lead.
Right, it's very scrappy from the Macedonians. That's probably the best way they play. You know, there's no doubt about it. They bang around inside, they nail a few jump shots. But the Slovenians, I can't argue with you. It feels like it should be 10 points up. With the talent they have now, they've definitely played the bench. They've run the minutes through the team. Very
pensive-looking Jovica Arsic there, coach to Macedonia. He must be inwardly very content indeed. 3.5 to go in the first half. There's Smodis. Oh, I was about to say, that's the easiest 2 he'll get for a long time. He gets his shot blocked, grins at the referee. That's all I can say it was. It wasn't a grimace, smile there, but came up empty-handed. And now it's 4-on-2 for Slovenia. And again they miss, and this time the ball came off a Macedonian hand.
Yeah, lucky to get the ball back when they the three-pointer there, long 3 from Sami Judric.
Beautiful fake there.
Well, look at this, how he goes underneath the defense too. Oh, the defense just dives out of the way. Yeah, the poor shot from Smodis. You'd expect him to make that one.
Well, smart defense from Macedonia. The last thing they wanted to do was put a man on the line, make him have to work for the basket. At last at 3 for Slovenia, Uroš Slokar, 13 points last night, and now's the 3 to put Slovenia back into the lead by 2.
Isn't it funny though, 13 from last night from Slokar, and he's not seen on the floor for 18 minutes. Shows you the depth that Slovenia have really got.
Foul. And foul is Jaka Lakovic.
A little flick on Lakovic's shorts too as he went by. First foul for Lakovic, but that's the experience there of Stefanov. Look, leans into, well, it's a hand on the hip, Roy. Probably an easy one for the refs to call. A few words for the ref.
Vabrice Stefanov reached the EuroLeague Final 4 with Siena in 2004. And in fact, he scored 14 points in that EuroLeague Final 4 semi-final against the mighty CSKA Moscow. 35 years of age now. Stefanov, no problem from the line. Cool as they come. 2.5 to go. Nothing separating these teams. 2.5 to go in the first half, that is. Good passing from Slovenia. Shot clock on 7. Nice little 2v2 play, ends up in a 3-point play from the corner, and that's Slovenia's number 9, Beno Utric.
Well, how many passes they make on that offense? Very seldom seen.
Blazevski can't go past his man, does so now. Nice pass inside. Samaziski can't hang on to the ball.
That's good defense, good rotation around. Coughed it up to Samaziski. There's the pass.
Oh, lovely fast break. Beautiful fast break. Smodis finishes it off, and it's a 5-point lead now for Slovenia.
Boy, this is what they do very well. They do get down the floor, albeit not that quickly. Get down in numbers.
Well, you sense that Slovenia just needed to reorganise. That's a good timeout from Stopsa about a minute and a half ago, and it's resulted in a 5-point lead for Slovenia, having trailed by 1. So 6 in a row for Slovenia.
I think the other thing is, you know, you got to remember a lot of these players won't have played together for a long time. Foul there from Slokar, pushing the hip. So it's just a matter of getting things in tune, fine-tuning the offense, the defenses.
Blazewski on the line.
And for both teams, it's an excellent exercise. You know, they just probably their first couple of games in the build-up to the Eurobasket 2009. Just getting the cobwebs away.
This casts my mind back many, many years. There was a great women's player in the United States. It was Blazowski, wasn't it? They called her Blaze. Very similar name there. Blazowski. This is Blazewski. Number 9 for Slovenia is Beno Utric, another NBA player. Oh, easy pass there, picked off.
Yes, noticed the bad. Remember, he started the game with some bad passes. That's his third poor pass of the game.
Blazewski inside, he's fouled. Foul against Uras Slukar.
Well, if you take a look at Matthijs Schmodis' number...
It's been called a travel.
Oh, yeah, it is, out of control. Number 8. I think he's carrying a bit of weight. Maybe he's coming to training camp a little out of shape. Good off-season, only been a month long, but he just looks a little slow, a little weighty.
So he's been on the beach for a few days as well, hasn't it?
Oh, you can't blame him after a long season with Ceska, but he's going to have to lose a... He's sitting down the bench there, number 8.
Timeout, Macedonia. Jovica Arsic, having led by 1 at the last timeout, now trails by 3. And this is coach Stopsa. Great history. This man, he, I understand, is the 2nd highest scorer for the Slovenian national team in history. And he won the EuroLeague with Limoges in 1993, beating Treviso in that final 59-55. He scored 9 points, got 3 assists in 34 minutes. And he learned a lot of what he does now from the legendary coach Božidar Maljković. Remember that Treviso team that he beat contained the likes of Tony Kukoc and Rusconi, to that great Italian centre.
Well, I think Roy Stopsa was one of these players that could actually outscore teams. He was a great scorer, 6'6", off guard, but one of the great European players, I think. And you know, I thought he was going to go to the NBA at one time, but probably didn't have the quickness to get there.
Well, everybody remembers that final when they beat Treviso 59-55, but remember, in that semi-final they beat the mighty Real Madrid with a certain Mr. Sabonis playing against him as well. So 2 fantastic results there from everybody's underdogs in 1993. Limoges. Well, highlights here from the first half, but at the moment it's Slovenia leading by 3 with just under a minute to go in this half. Almost good hands there from Sokolov. Well, the lead increases now as Schmodis gets hot.
Well, 6'9". If you could find a place to shoot for Matthijs Schmodis, it'd be right there on the left-hand side of the lane. 3-pointer.
Been doing it for season after season with Ceska.
Automatic.
Nice backdoor. Oh, that's an open 3, which is missed by Stefanov. And Slovenia now,
just a little slow.
And the foul on the halfway line.
That pass, just Sami Udric there, it was Schmodis wide open, just did not spot it. The timing not quite there. Says an apology to Schmodis. Stoyanovski will shoot free throws here, Roy. The young man from Macedonia hit his first shot, the 3-pointer. Gets another one.
I must say, Mickey, I see so many fouls like that in this part of Europe, just sticking an arm out to stop the fast break. Okay, it wasn't a breakaway foul, but it certainly was a clumsy foul, and Macedonia make them pay for it with 2 easy points. Now 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Shot clock being turned off. It's Slovenia by 4 over Macedonia. Preparation for Eurobasket 2009. What has Slovenia got in the last second playbook? Well, they've got drawing a foul. No, they've got a double dribble against them. Well,
Beno Udric, now I'm not sure where the double dribble, because his foot slipped at the very last minute, Roy, and that's the humidity coming onto the blue area there, the floor.
2.5 seconds remaining. The long shot must come. There it is, and this is by a European country mile, which is a long way. So 4 points, a lead for Slovenia at half-time. 42 plays 38. Good performance actually from Macedonia. They trailed by 19 points at one time in the first game in this two-game series, but they have actually led for a large part of the first half. But at the moment, at half-time, it's Slovenia 42, Macedonia 38. Stay with us here on Eurosport 2 for the second half. Slovenia against the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. It's a friendly match, supposedly, in preparation for Eurobasket 2009 in about a month's time. These two teams have several other preparation games lined up, and we'll be seeing some of those here on Eurosport 2, possibly next weekend, next Sunday and Monday. Take two games. Slovenia against Russia. Wow, what a preparation game. Slovenia playing the European champions, Russia. So Slovenia really do mean business. They intend to get on that podium. The underdogs, both in Eurobasket 2009 and here tonight. Macedonia, in their first Eurobasket for 10 years, will want to blot someone's copybook. At the moment, it's Mathias Smodis, the number 8 for Slovenia, with 12 points, game's top scorer. He's doing the damage for Slovenia, and the top scorer for Macedonia with a mere 6 points is Todor Chisevsky. Two veteran players there. But still 2 periods of 10 minutes to go. 4,000 fans liking what they're seeing at the moment.
Roy, I love it. I think Slovenia have done well to put a program together that brings such good teams here and prepare for this European Championships.
And of course, Slovenia will be playing Great Britain in the Seville tournament later on in August. So Great Britain, who are in Slovenia's Group C in Poland, well, that will give Great Britain a real test of the task that confronts them.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's going to be a good test for GB coming up against a team like Slovenia. Slovenia's got all the experience. A lot of these players played in 07, and they lost that quarter-final to Greece. We talked about it before the game, didn't we? They were 14-1 by Greece in the last 2 minutes 30. They were 12 up with 2:30 to go and lost. So you know full well the experience that GB's got to play against. But the athleticism of Great Britain, maybe.
Any idea, Mickey, when your 12 players for Eurobasket have to be confirmed? Both teams here playing with squads of 17, so they cannot yet know exactly which 12 they're going to take to Poland. There must be a cut-off date when you have to declare who you're going to take to Poland.
Well, if you take the GB team, my understanding of Chris Finch and the Great Britain team is he will carry 14 right up to the very last minute of going to Poland, which could be, I don't know, when do you declare them? Maybe the night before, when you travel, obviously?
I can't imagine that's the case. It must be a week before, at least, to get things like the program published, the match program, the tournament program, etc., and to give out names to the journalists. It has to be well in advance, I would think, of the night before. But the other two teams in that Group C, Spain and Serbia, so Slovenia and Great Britain, possibly the joint underdogs in it. Well, possibly Great Britain more of an underdog than Slovenia, I would think. But Spain, the world champions, European silver medalists last time when those championships actually played in Spain. They lost by that in that fantastic final by 1 point against Russia. But Spain and Serbia, two big names there. And Slovenia, Great Britain making up Group C. The other groups, of course, Group D, that's Poland, Turkey, Lithuania, Bulgaria. And Group B, that's Russia, Germany and Latvia plus one qualifier. What do we know about the qualifying tournament?
Well, France, Italy go head-to-head on Wednesday, and that's probably where it's going to come from. I can't see any of the other countries, the other four countries competing. But look at that man there in the black t-shirt there, Sasha Vujacic, plays for the Los Angeles Lakers, and that's one more player to come into this Slovenian team. He's obviously injured, not quite right for this set of games.
Yeah, another big player not playing tonight for Slovenia. We've seen a bit of him here on Eurosport 2 over the course of the Euro Cup season. Bosjan Nakbar scored 4 points last night. Played for Dynamo Moscow last year. We understand he's off to FS Pilsen, former Houston, New Orleans and New Jersey player, but well, rested, let's say. Not dropped, rested for tonight's game. Tomas Brezek there, 6 points in the first half for Slovenia. Interesting statistics for Brezek there. 1 free throw, 1 2-point field goal and 1 3-point field goal to make up his tally of 6.
You can see the fans in the stadium, Roy, just trying to cool themselves down. There's no air conditioning in here at all, so this is exactly why the game was stopped the first 2 minutes, with the humidity causing a bit of condensation on the floor.
Well, the locals are telling me earlier on that there are 2,000 fans who bought tickets for Poland. There'll be 2,000 fans watching Slovenia against Spain, Slovenia against Serbia, and Slovenia in their first Group C game in Poland against Great Britain. And here we are, underway for the second half. It's Slovenia in possession. They lead by 4. Well, someone just dumped a Macedonian on his backside, but an easy rebound for the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia.
And Stojanovski there with the outlet pass. Poor old Dortmund Lorbeck didn't realize the defense was on the floor. Had an open 3, didn't want it, and ended up with the open 3 and missed it.
And Macedonia threw the ball away. That's an uncanny turnover.
I think the ball just slipped. It's a little bit of a slippy ball out there with this condensation still.
Well, Smodis doesn't add to his 12-point first half tally.
Again, indicative of how probably the state of the ball is affecting the game.
FYROM Antic dumps off.
Oh, look at that big sweat stain in the floor.
Oh, this is ridiculous. This really is ridiculous. Players are slipping. It's almost like an ice rink out there.
Look at that. So it's a slip stain there. It's not really condensation. That's somebody slid on the floor. But very, very dangerous.
And Macedonia's Darman Stojanovski there picks up his 3rd foul. Director's looking for a replay of that.
Stepanov goes down, look. And look at how, you tell how hot it is, because players don't usually sweat that far down their body, down to their shorts, but that he's just slipped on his shorts, and a big stain of sweat has engulfed the middle of the floor there.
Yeah, we understand it was something like 38 degrees Celsius in the midday sun today. It's cooled down a little bit in the evening, but not much. Smodis the pass and the foul. No foul!
But the foul there.
Trying to kid, ref.
Todogachevsky.
Oh my goodness me, the crowd can't believe that. And I tell you what, Noah Kanzuri stops her. He taps the referee on the back. No foul! You get put inside if you do that on the streets.
Yeah, he's got to check, he's got his wallet still in his pocket. Yeah. It was pretty incredible, but you know, but Roy, you saw signs of that in the first half, where the referees were caught in real silly stuff, and then the hard stuff they weren't prepared to get involved with.
Well, that goes from the sublime to the ridiculous, I'm afraid. And there's a holding foul. Yeah.
Well, it's going to get. This is where these.
Yeah, exactly. Ben Hoyuji is saying, well, that's a foul. What about that one, the other end, mate?
Well, and I think one thing I was going to say, this is where these country games, these nations against nation games, can get interesting, because the referees tend to control things more.
I don't think there's an awful lot of love lost between Macedonia and Slovenia, so let's hope the referees get some control, as FYROM Antic there nails from the corner. It's just back to a 1-point game now.
Well, Antic moves to 8 points. That is 3 fouls the first half, sat down most of it.
Smodis.
That's his Barkley, missed his second 3 of the half.
And somehow gets his rebound. You know, Mickey, I don't think the players have got any faith in the floor. You know, they're playing very warily indeed. They don't want to slip over and hurt themselves before the big tournament. Oh, no one gets the drop, and Chizevsky the rebound.
Well, there's the young man Klobuchar with the layup, and it was a flying left-hand layup that just didn't get the roll. He has 3 fouls too. He's got to be careful.
Well, there's a big video replay above the court, and I think the director's done the very diplomatic thing in not replaying that somewhat dubious non-call of a few minutes ago. Nice pull-up shot and a nice easy 2. That's how to play a fast break, and that is Beno Udrich.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's it, Roy. The order of the fast break was critical there. They spread the floor. Udrich penetrated one more after the pass and got the little jump shot.
FYROM Antic playing where he doesn't want to play at the point, almost loses it as well. Good hand from Smodis. Chizevsky, nothing with the rebound, with the layup rather, the finger roll. There's another fast break, and Smodis, lovely pass inside. That's a beautiful fast break. The trailing player just throws it down, and that trailing player, Erazam Lorbeck.
Well, you haven't got to worry about pump fakes and drawing the fouls when you go up and dunk it, that's for sure. The 5-point lead opens up for Slovenia, and looking a lot stronger now.
Well, they've had a 5-point lead in the first half. Can they build upon it now? They led by 19 at one stage in the game yesterday that they won eventually by 9. And the rebound by Jaka Klobuchar.
The young man from Slovenia, I like it. Started the game yesterday, tonight.
As did the weave play from Slovenia, and the lead is 7. Dangerous times for Macedonia. I suspect that Jovice Arsic may call a timeout pretty soon. He trails by 7.
Yeah, wonderful little play. FYROM Lorbeck, the brother of his doorman. That little jump shot, 15-footer. Soft touch, foul there, and it's Klobuchar. That's his 4th foul. I think he can just keep walking to the bench. You see, like, standing up, reaching for the ball. Stoyanovski's the one that's fouled.
Klobuchar, nice souvenir there, little black eye in his right eye as Smodis takes a break.
Klobuchar's going to stay out there. Smodis has sat down. Stops is going to let him run.
Big rebound from FYROM Lorbeck, and the foul. Some lazy fouls being committed by both teams, and Dimitar Miroskovsky there.
Well, you put the nail on the head, Roy. You figure they've been in about a week of training camp. They would have worked a lot on defense, but you're seeing a lot of defenders, feet standing and no bent legs.
Yeah, I can't imagine that players would commit these dumb fouls in a meaningful game as Golomec increases the lead to 9.
Both coaches are just using these games to get fitness and defensive legs sorted out.
Well, you use friendlies to run a few plays, don't you? Wow, that's a quality player. Really is. Pero Antic there nails his 3rd 3.
Didn't see him shoot many for Red Star Belgrade, mind you. Something to add to his CV. 3-point shooter extraordinaire.
Now plays for Lokomotiv Rostov in Russia. That's FYROM Antic. Golomec. He can shoot 3s as well, but no need when you can fake your man up and get an easy 2 like that.
Yeah, I love that, Roy. Pump fake, one hard dribble to the basket, get to the foul line and shoot the 15-footer.
Holding foul inside? No, it's a foot violation.
Yeah, it's Antic trying to thread the ball down low, high, low. Golomec just gets a knee on it, I think, or a shin. Deflects it out of bounds.
Good example there for young players. Don't let the ball go inside. If you're playing on defense, do not let the ball go inside, even if you have to kick it. It's only a violation, new shot clock, not a foul or anything like that. Stop the ball going inside as another easy rebound for Slovenia. And look how quickly they get the ball down the floor. Good transition defense from Slovenia.
Dropped it. What a pass. Benu Udrich to FYROM Lorbeck. Yeah, it was, and Lorbeck just dropped it. I'm sure he just wasn't expecting it.
Slovenia do play this secondary break really well, don't they? You think the fast break's finished or it's won't be completed, but the training player is always there looking for it. Antic again. Antic pulls up. Oh, he's having a good game. Antic is holding, he's keeping Macedonia close.
Big smile on his face too. He thinks like he's got the hot hand.
4.5 to go in the 3rd. Oh, nice pass. No travel. That's good poise from Slovenia's number 7, Primo Bresic. Knew the defender was there and waited. And took the used the equipment to protect the shot.
Yeah, that's nice help. That's good defense from Bresic. He's not the most agile of defenders.
Smodis wants to get back in there and possibly to do a job on that man, FYROM Antic.
I don't know, Roy. I think it feels Slovenia have the upper hand all around in this game, but just biding their time.
Antic, the rebound, kept it alive.
It's a great tip, wasn't it?
Another good example there from for young players. If you can't get 2 hands on the rebound, at least keep it alive. And there's a great rebound. Yeah, Antic landed on his backside, I think, or was he winded?
Yeah, but it's Samaziski down the other end, followed in Stefanov's long 3-point. Look at it. Oh, it's him going down here. It was an elbow to the chest. It wasn't a tip at all, was it?
But he still kept the rebound alive. Well played, FYROM Antic.
3, 2, 1, 0. Don't talk, please. Don't talk. And cue again, thank you.
Now you just wonder whether FYROM Antic has got the guy's number, the guy that just elbowed him.
Well, I remember Roy Peruantic was involved in that Felipe Riaz headbutting incident, wasn't he? With a Real Madrid, Red Star Belgrade.
Yeah, when Riaz was only fined, I think, €5,000 for that.
And you don't often see a headbutt in a basketball game in any sport, really. But
not wide out in the open, I seem to remember. He just came out of nowhere, didn't it? It was a real humdinger, though. If you're going to hit somebody, make sure he stays hit.
Not the guy to hit, I don't think, either, Peruantic.
Oh, again, great ball movement from Slovenia, but the open shot is missed, and Jeremiah Massey, the rebound.
Yeah, Klobuchar just too open. Look like a double dribble there. Klobuchar just too open. The defender in his face to nail that one.
Why is it not Jerry Massey? Oh, they say, why is it not Jerry Massey? Why is it Jeremiah Massey?
Look at Massey.
Whatever, he throws the ball away.
Roy, I don't like the body language. Look at that. Massey's made the mistake. He's blaming somebody else, looking over to the coach too. That is not good from Massey.
And he's still looking at the coach.
You know, he's a big professional, paid a lot of money. Just get on with the job. You messed up. And they're still arguing about it. Look.
Had a great couple of seasons with Aris. There he is arguing with his teammate Samadzitsky. Yeah. Let's say Jeremiah Massey's not had the best game so far. And that's Macedonia possession. They trail by 6.
Yeah, that was good defense there from Massey. Massey came over the help side. Now he actually did jump in the air and touch the looked like it was Golomatch, but he made enough of it to make him miss. Rodnik back in the game. He's a big bruiser he is. Look at him, he's getting his feet ready.
Massey hands off.
Well, there's another body on the floor. They got a wet patch down there where the referee's walking in. Wipe it off. Anytime a body goes to the floor, the referees have to stop the game, because when the game's played in this much heat, the sweat, the vapor does not disappear very quickly. And the last thing you want to do is turn an ankle and break one at this stage.
Yeah, 1 month before the big tournament. And this preparation game for Eurobasket 2009, Slovenia against Macedonia. Nice 3 there from Dimitar Mirakovsky.
Tough shot. I don't think they were expecting him to open up with a 3. The defense played behind the pick and roll, gave him the shot. They obviously won't make that mistake again.
Well, Slovenia just can't.
What a pass. There's the foul and the one.
I was about to say that Slovenia can't quite brush Macedonia away. Macedonia just about hanging in there, but Massey picks up his second foul and gives away an N1.
Yeah, Stefanov got caught out in the defense. 2 players going to the same man, and Primo Brejek gets the N1. I don't think he's missed a shot yet. He has, is it 8 points Brejek's got? 8 now, and a free throw would mean a complete night, really. 2 for 2 from the line. No.
But they get the rebound. Bad miss, but a good rebound.
Brejek's got 10 points. It's his first rebound, though.
Oh, Massey gambled there for the steal and gave away 2, really. That's poor defense from Jerry Massey, just rushing out, missing the interception completely, and left his defense bereft of any cover.
You wonder what the future is here. Massey, I'm not sure, is in total sync with this team.
Well, Mike Wilkinson, Darius Washington, 2 other naturalized Macedonians. I just wonder whether they'll be brought in preference to Massey.
Got a foul row. I'm not sure they've counted the basket. The foul was way out the 3-point line by Beno Udrich there on.
Well, we've seen an N1 given earlier in this game when there's no way it was a shot, so you never know. Let's see whether there's 1-2. He's in his 2 count. Wow. Where was the foul, though?
A little bit of bump from Udrich. Yeah, he's having a word with the referee. He wants some clarification. It's 2 shots for Mirakovsky. One shot. Boy, Roy, it was an and 1 too.
Macedonia will not go away like a pesky fly. Trail by 4 with 100 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Superb ball movement from Slovenia, and then the turnover. Now, it has to be called intentional. Unsportsmanlike referee. There was no attempt to play the ball there. Just played the man, whack. Stop the fast break.
Well, I think when they go to Eurobasket...
Look at that. That has to be an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. I think when you go to Eurobasket, you're going to see a lot of teams get penalised early in the tournament for things like that.
I'd say that was as good as a breakaway foul.
Yeah.
There was no one ahead of Massey. They were on his wing, yeah, but there was no one ahead of him, so that should, to my mind anyway, be called an unsportsmanlike. Timeout called by Slovenia's coach, Juri Zdobsa. This is the second time that Slovenia have almost broken away from Macedonia, and Macedonia are hanging on in there and, well, giving Slovenia problems.
Well, unlikely hero too. Number 5, they're sitting down, drinking the water. Dimitar Mirakovsky hit a three-pointer off the pick and roll, then penetrated, got the and one.
I've always said, as a coach, Mickey, that if you can stay, if you're the underdogs, but you can stay within 10 points of your opponents, no matter how much better than you they are, if you can stay within a single-figure margin, you have a chance of winning. It's when you get involved in a run-and-gun situation and you're 20, 30, 40 points down, then you stand no chance. But Macedonia playing a good game here, very scrappy, okay, earning a few points from the line and picking up a few fouls, playing good defense. If they can stay within single figures, then they can win the game. We're in Slovenia, here on Eurosport 2, in the town of Domžale, to the north of the capital Ljubljana. And Ljubljana, the club, that's Union Olimpija of Ljubljana, they will tip off the new Euroleague season in October the 15th, away at the mighty Maccabi Tel Aviv. Jeremiah Massey there on the foul line, and it was given as a team foul, nothing else, not unsportsmanlike. Massey hits the first, but not the second.
No, he missed them both. Yeah,
sorry.
Absolute break, the first one, and the second one wasn't much better either.
I think we can safely say that Jeremiah Massey will have better games than the one he's had tonight. Oh, there's an elbow in the face. Massey, the foul. That's his third, I think. Gives the referee a little tap on the rump.
Yeah, right. I'm not sure I like the instant look at this. There's the foul. Trying to reach. Now, I don't like that defense. That tells me there you've got a player not quite in shape.
It's lazy. It's lazy defense.
There you go.
And there he is.
Oh, unlucky. Got his hand in the passing lane. That would have been Air Massey down the other end, I think.
How many times does that happen, though? You criticise a player, then he does something really good, and, well, almost really good, and almost steals the ball.
Well, you think you've been playing a year with Real Madrid, too.
Yeah.
Come up with that defence.
Not had that good a season, though, at Real. Not anywhere near as good a season as he had with Aris. Okay, different level, different competition, different league. Shot clock on 5. The hook shot is successful, and it's Macedonia trailing, but only by 2.
That was a tough move. Abika Stefanov, the go-to man, really. I think it's his third or fourth run-in layup.
That was a layup, was it? I called it a good old-fashioned hook shot off the glass. And there's another hook shot off the glass, which misses. 20 seconds left in the third period, and Macedonia have an opportunity to take the lead with a three-pointer. And I tell you what, Coach Jovica Arsic knows that as well. We are going to take the last shot, is his signal from the bench. The last shot of the period, that is. 5 seconds. Is it going to be a 3? It certainly is. It misses, and they get the rebound, and the last shot, and in and out. 58 plays 56. Good recovery from Macedonia. They trail by 4 at half-time, but they've reduced that arrears to only 2 at the end of the third period.
Well, if you look at yesterday's game, they actually won periods 3 and 4, so I think the key for Macedonia tonight was getting off to a good start. They did that, and they're still in the game. This is a game that Slovenia will have to work very hard to come on top of.
Stay with us here on Eurosport 2 for the last period. It's Slovenia leading Macedonia, but only by 2. Slovenia lead Macedonia 58-56 in this friendly match here in Slovenia in preparation for Eurobasket 2009. In reality, this is what both teams needed. They needed a close contest, just to test out a few plays and to try and run down some game situations. This is the second game that these two teams have played against each other in the last 24 hours. In that first game, it was a 9-point win for Slovenia. It sounds comfortable. It was for most of the game. Macedonia made a good comeback, and they put up a much more sterling effort here. Some good passing there from Slovenia. Not an awful lot that Macedonia could do about that. But Macedonia, like the pesky wasp, they won't go away. The reverse layup there from Golemac. Pero Antic on 3 fouls, couldn't do an awful lot about it. Antic, the number 12 for Macedonia, had a good game from outside. Here he is shooting at 3.
I'll be honest with you, Stefanov and his running layups and Pero Antic and his 3 3-pointers are really the keys to the Macedonian offense. So the Jachevski's waiting to get going. Jeremiah Massey not really on tune or in tune with the rest of the team. Pero Antic much rest with him staying in the game. 13 points. Go along with his 1 rebound. You wouldn't want that out of your big man, Roy, with your 1 rebound. Compare that to 9 for Matthijs Schmodis.
Antic hasn't been to the foul line yet, but he has scored 3 from 3 from outside the arc.
Look at that, as last night. They won the 3rd quarter, Macedonia. I think if they win the 4th quarter, they'll win the game.
There's a holding foul. Antic, just as we were saying, causing problems, and he's held.
Yeah, Slokar's got that foul, pushing through on Antic. It's the same play they run. They try and run it for Massey, he doesn't get open. They run it for Antic, he does get open.
Very quiet crowd here, 4,000 Slovenian fans not liking what they're seeing. That came off the knee of Antic.
Yeah, behind the back pass, just a la Detroit Pistons of old days with those Isaiah Thomas, but the execution was very poor.
As I keep saying here on Eurosport 2, good examples for young players. No need to throw behind the back pass there, just stick to the fundamentals.
Oh, it's a good pass.
There's a fundamental.
Could not finish. Unbelievable. He got layup.
He had a dunk and he missed it.
Yeah, Lorbeck brothers.
Antic inside, lovely pass from Antic, and it's tied at 58. Antic to Chisevsky.
Yeah, well, it was Erazem Lorbeck who missed the layup down one end and missed his opponent scoring the basket down the other. 2 mistakes.
Antic on defense as well. Slokar under pressure from Chisevsky. Oh, that's not a rebound, that's just catching an air ball. Is it Antic?
Lorbeck's got bailed himself out. He's got a ball in his hands, he's got a foul, he's going to go to the free throw line. Antic picks up his 4th. Will he go to the bench, or will Coach Arsic leave him out there?
And I tell you what, Mickey, not one of Antic's fouls has been a hard one. Look at that. That's a nothing type foul. It was a foul, but, well, an avoidable one.
Well, Jakeshki's saying he got the ball, which he did, so maybe Antic pushed him in the back, maybe, from behind.
Anyway, Lorbeck, no mistake from the foul line. Remember, this is just a friendly match, so some of the star players out here not necessarily having to perform at the highest level. Coaches giving bench players a little bit of court time, running plays, looking for potential. And big rebound there from Lorbeck again.
Yeah, tough shot from Stoyanovski, the youngster on the floor for Macedonia. Had the ball in his hands, decided to take it. I don't think he'll take the same option again. More experienced players out there.
Now that's better defense from Antic.
Look at that. The rotation
yep.
with Jashevsky. Slokar's got another foul.
And Chisevsky saying to the official, well, we had the break, Mr. Referee, sir. Surely it's worth more than just a personal foul. At least that's what I think he was saying, glaring at the official. Here we go.
Roy, a little feeling inside of me says that Macedonia can pull this one off because the momentum is right with them.
Chisevsky obviously there wanted the unsportsmanlike, and I don't blame him either.
Another foul, Slokar. That's 4 for him. It's back-to-back. I mean, something's got to be wrong for him to be in that frame of mind, Roy. Just picking up fouls in 2 fouls in 20 seconds.
Well, in this part of the world, coaches do tend to throw players in like cannon fodder, don't they? And a foul is irrelevant, doesn't matter to them. But well, it matters as far as the team foul situation is concerned. What a pass again, and it's tied up at 60s.
Stefanov again, the defense not even watching the ball, just watching, I don't know what they're watching, but great thread the needle pass.
Again, good defense from Macedonia. Yeah, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Yeah, Coach Arsic there pleading with the officials to call 3, standing up shouting 3 seconds, referee, and they called a foul instead.
Stoyanovski, yeah, picks up foul number 4. The youngster just doesn't quite move his feet quick enough there.
Tell you what, Mickey, Archie there was off the floor. He jumped in the air 3 times shouting 3, ref, come on. And it wasn't called. Massey on the floor with only 2 points.
And they got turnover 2, so Macedonia a chance to take the lead. They led right at the beginning of the game.
Have I missed something, Mickey? Have they taken the 3-second rule out of this game in recent years?
Getting political on me, Roy, are you?
Perhaps there's a rule now the referees can only call 1 a season.
Another foul. Oh, my goodness me, it's been a stop-start game.
Let's play that record again. Another foul.
It's the 22nd foul for... no, I think it's 17th foul for Macedonia.
Open shot, Jakovic. Oh, my word, that's so un-Jakovic-like. And that was blocked. Massey from behind. That's his 4th foul.
Well, both of them are arguing they blocked the ball. Massey's got a big smile. He blocked it. Now, what did Zicevski do? Because I think he's got the foul.
I think Massey definitely got all ball. Here we go. Is Jakovic missing the 3. There's the rebound, and...
Well, come on now. Where's the foul, Mr. Referee?
He's called it on Zicevski.
It's a hometown call, that one.
And we're a long way from Macedonia. A lefty, Uros Slokar, ex-Toronto Raptors player, ex-Treviso and Triumph Liberci in Russia, and now 42 de Bologna player. Massey, is he going to have a big last period? Zicevski, no good from outside the arc.
We haven't seen much outside shooting from Zicevski this game. It's been mostly Pero Antic.
Okay, Mickey, it's a friendly game. Are Serbia, Spain and Great Britain going to be worried by this performance from Slovenia? You're hesitating.
But Serbia and Spain are not going to be worried about anybody. You know, it's full stop. They're the monsters of that group. But you know, this Slovenian team still has Sasa Vujacic to come into the game if he can get fit for Eurobasket. He's on the bench, obviously injured, but he is probably the best player of the Slovenian team. And take the experience of the Slovenian team, Roy. You can't get enough experience at European level. If you look at that GB team, how many of those guys have played a lot of European basketball?
Are you saying taking Vujacic out of Slovenia is the equivalent of taking Lul Deng out of the GB team?
No, Deng is more important to GB. I mean, Slovenia is a good team. They got 5 other NBA players. But Deng is so important for GB. Now, there's that play for Massey. Massey's on the floor again. He's been hit hard. How will he react to that, I wonder?
Nice pass, Zicevski, the hook shot inside, and again Macedonia go within 2.
They run the same play, Macedonia, for the big guys. Pero Antic runs it great, runs through, gets open. Massey does not get open very well, ends up on the floor. Massey's picked up a foul, has he?
Well, Jovica Arsic, the Macedonian coach, asking for a foul there, referee telling him to sit down, and the foul is called against his team.
Well, Jeremiah Massey's just saying, listen, I ended up on the floor down the other end, I deserve to put somebody on the floor down this end.
And Slokar's just bumping him all over the place. Unsportsmanlike.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we've got a replay of that. Let's see what he did.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying, I took an elbow down the other end. It's the same thing. I've dished it out. I've got an unsportsmanlike foul.
Jeremiah, it doesn't matter in a friendly. Don't lose your rag. So 2 shots and possession for Slovenia. And Massey still out there on 4 fouls. Beno Udric misses the 2nd, but it's possession for Slovenia, so it's really only a 1-point foul against Massey.
Yeah, Massey didn't play much last night, didn't score many points either, not really contribute today, but he's been involved.
Yeah, 4 points last night, the Detroit-born Macedonian passport holder. That's how to set a big
play. Zicevski just deflected that pass because I think it was...
Here's Massey, nice pass, Massey. Oh, Chizevsky, how did you miss that one? Beautiful pass from Massey, and then foul by Chizevsky in retaliation, in frustration.
The first thing he does, looks at his hands as if to say it was the wet hands that caused me to miss that, which probably could be true, but just looking for an excuse. He wipes his hands off. Can't believe it.
Pero Antic there just trying to console him. I like Pero Antic, great approach to the game. He hasn't started smiling the whole game. He's picked up a couple of really iffy fouls. He's had a great game himself, and there he is still smiling. I think he realised, well, he knows it's only a friendly still, so don't think he'll be smiling too much in Poland if it's this close. Of course, Macedonia are in Croatia, Israel and Greece.
Now watch, here's the back screen for Massey. They've got him open now. Can they get him the ball? There it is.
Go Jeremiah. Oh, went out of bounds. He went out of bounds. Well, the referee pointed out at the end line to start with. This is getting very personal, you know.
Oh, love it. Euros. Oh, look at that block. Euros Slope has given the fandango down on the floor. He's fouled out.
Good night, Euros.
Just needs some music to those body moves.
He's got a tech as well.
Wow.
So we've had an unsportsmanlike against Massey, and a tech against Slokar. Oh. I did honestly put my hand up, ref, sir.
Well, they got to sort out which the technical should go to a bench now, because he'd already fouled out. That was his 5th foul on the block.
It goes against the coach.
It should go against us. So it should be 2 shots and possession. So there should be 4 shots potentially, if I've understood this correctly.
Well, Massey was definitely shooting when he was fouled.
He wants a sub, as if to say, get somebody out, you can shoot a free throw. Oh, good job, Jeremiah.
For his 3rd point of the night. And Kosarčić thinking, I tell you what, we might win this. And coach stops it thinking, how have we got ourselves into this problem?
There should be another 2 shots to come, Roy. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. The referees are looking around for somebody to shoot another 2.
Well, why don't you keep the guy on the line? He's just put 2 in.
Yeah, there is that philosophy, isn't there? It looks like it maybe, I don't know.
Perhaps he's subbed Massey out. No, it's
Stefanov wants the ball wiped.
Once he wipes, I don't blame him either. You can't shoot a slippery ball.
Even as the ball is shot from free throws, not necessarily touching the body, it gets wet.
Fabrice Stefanov, 35-year-old, now playing the ACB for Menorca. Yeah, he looked like a good foul shooter in the first half as well. Cool as they come. So 4 from 4 from the line for Macedonia, and possession. Another lesson for young players, the 4th one of the evening as far as I'm concerned. Euros Slokar has given me the reason to say to young players, keep your mouth shut, no matter how bad the call.
Yeah, you're right. He fouled out. He thought he was untouchable.
Pick and roll. Good ball movement from Macedonia, and Massey almost kept the rebound alive. Slovenia by 1 with, well, we're halfway through this 4th period.
Yeah, you're right. It was good ball movement, Roy, but they couldn't end up with an open shot. They had to end up with a real hurried one. Whereas down the other end, they did get an open shot and made it.
And got the drop. It's a 4-point lead for Slovenia, as Dorman Lobček, well, let's not say he nailed a 3, he got a 3 somehow. And Antic offers a pick. Oh, that's good hands. Now, timeout, I would think, for Macedonia if Slovenia score now, if they want to win this game. And suddenly, Slovenia by 6.
Beno Udrić again. You know, what I love about it is that little 15-foot mid-range jump shot. It is like magic.
And there's the timeout.
There's the turnover, too. Great hustle.
Beno
Udrić, yeah. And he gives it up. He's done this a lot this game. Gives up with the pass, and then fills in, gets it back. Jump shot, like it. 3-on-2 jump shot.
5 points in a row for Slovenia. Remember that Macedonia hit 4 in a row from the foul line and then gave the ball up. There's a lovely pass, and Chizevsky inside.
Again, an excellent coaching point too. When you're defending your man, make sure you got one eye on the ball, one eye on your man.
He's patented that, let's call it a baby hook shot.
Oh yeah, just
jump hook shot.
Exactly right, Roy, and look at it. Yeah. 6'9", 6'10". He's got that ability, long arms, just put it up there, little flick of the wrist.
We'll call it a no-look pass from Udrich. A bit affected, but effective. Advantage helping the coach. Hasn't added to his 13 points in some time. Slovenia lead Macedonia by 5. Well, this time I was called by the Macedonian coach, Jovica Arsic, the Serb coach of Macedonia. And Beno Udrich just initiated a superb fast break for Slovenia. Jurica Golomec on again for Slovenia. 4.5 to go in the fourth. Antic on the floor again. Here he is at the point. Fakes for 3. Good ball movement again from Macedonia. Jezewski inside, hits the 3. It's back to a 2-point game. Sorry, it's a 3-point game now.
You said it again, Roy. Ball movement that time. They got the open jump shooter, and it was Jezewski. He's had a good second half, the big fella.
Well, Macedonia actually out-shooting or outscoring Slovenia from outside the arc. 8 shots from that distance. Oh, and the tap in. Well, where was the box out again? I think that's the second time in this game that we've seen Pero Antic just standing rooted to the floor, not boxing his man out.
Yeah, and the problem comes, you get the ball reversed, you get the ball movement, and you get the open offensive rebounders.
Antic needs to be a threat. Here he is. That's his 4th three-pointer. He hasn't missed from that distance.
Roy, game's top scorer too. 16 points for Pero Antic, and he's 4 for 4 from the three-point line.
And he brings Macedonia back to within 2 again. They've been here so often. Again, on Eurosport 2, we don't take sides, but we do like to see the underdogs staying in the game. And the underdogs in this case, Macedonia, so close. And the rebound, Macedonia's number 7, Alexander Dimitrovski.
I'll tell you what, Roy, Macedonia deserved to win this. They played well, played hard.
Again, patience. Antic playing a superb game. Here he's in the corner, looking for a little bit of a clear out, and Jezewski's fouled.
Yeah, should be too. He got the mismatch. He was guarded by Beno Udrich there on the floor. Udrich no match for the power of Jezewski, saying he got hooked.
Probably did. Probably did.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that right arm.
Yeah, that's a hook. Yeah.
Oh, all the way around. Yeah.
In the referee's favour there, or in the referee really had no choice but to call the foul there, because another Slovenian player came across and blocked the referee's view of that hook. And we could see it on the replay, and we could see it from where we're sitting, but the referee couldn't.
But you know what, Roy, there's 2 other referees out.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
You know, there's 2 other referees to see something and let them know what's going on.
Yeah, but in basketball, you don't overrule a co-official. You don't, you know, make up a call like that. You rely up on the guy who's made the call. It's his decision, and that's good teamwork from the officials. Jezewski from the foul line, keeping Macedonia in touch.
Yeah, no, there's a reason he played 14 minutes yesterday. He was probably not take too much out of his legs and give him a lot more minutes tonight.
Yeah, he was in early foul trouble as well, Jezewski, yesterday.
True.
And here he is rebounding.
He has 16 points and 4 rebounds. A big game for him, for Todor Jezewski. Pero Antic 16, him 16.
Again, this is just what both coaches wanted, a close game in a friendly game. A little push there, Jezewski inside.
Mismatch, isn't it?
Oh, that's an offensive foul,
Travel.
I'm afraid. Oh, travel. Well, it's travel or an offensive foul, and referee saw the travel first.
I think it's pull a chair out. Jakalakovic was guarding him. He's just suddenly, now watch him, just pulls away. There.
Yeah, good defense, superb defense.
And it just means the big guy's got nothing to lean on, so he falls over. It's
great awareness there from Jakalakovic.
Called pulling the chair out. Yeah, good move. The old sucker play for the guard there.
2 turnovers more for Slovenia. Bang, inside.
Pass 2.
Golomec got shot the air ball. 3 seconds, surely. It has to be.
Yeah, you know what? Jezewski's done a lot of this tonight, leaning over, trying to block the shot, not jumping too much, but he's probably just leaned over a bit too much. He's not arguing, so he knows he's fouled. It's Lorbeck's going to get the 2 free throws.
Great workout, though, for two very competitive teams competing, they hope, in the next few weeks for that EuroLeague title, or at least a medal. To quote Coach Yuri Zdobza, they're going for a place on the podium in Poland.
Well, if you look at Todor, number 11 for Macedonia, he looks down, out on his feet, looks exhausted. Another rebound for him.
Well, he's 30. I've got him down as 32, actually, but our caption says 31.
Looks like he's suffered a bit in the heat here, too.
Here's Massey.
Here's the play for Massey. They're on a double back screen for him. Get him the ball, maybe.
Look at the job that's been done on Massey there.
Yeah, because look where he's got to catch the ball on the three-point line. That's not where he wants to play.
Shot clock on 2, and the shot is blocked. Poor teamwork there from Macedonia. Didn't recognize the situation.
Roy, you run a play for Jeremiah Massey low post. You do not want Massey getting the ball on the three-point line, so he's got to be more of a presence in that paint area, in the low post.
Yeah, Massey a bit like Josh Childress, not much of an outside threat. Jaka Lakovic, he certainly has an outside threat, though. It's a 5-point lead now for Slovenia over Macedonia, and coach Jovica Arsic of Macedonia being forced to call timeout.
His first points of the game. Look at that, the professional, the top big-time player for Barcelona. How many times we've seen that left-handed jump shot for the Barca?
Coach Zdobza there, being assisted by Tomo Maric, his assistant, and coach of Macedonia, Jovica Arsic. Yet another forced timeout.
It's a tough time now for Macedonia because you're playing against the clock. You're down. It's not impossible. I mean, Macedonia blew that 12-point lead 2 years ago with 2:30 to go. So Slovenia did against Greece, but you have to feel you've got to put some pressure down the floor, maybe.
What language do they speak in Macedonia, Mickey? Is it Serbo-Croat or Greek? I'm trying to listen to Coach Arsic. I think it's Serbo-Croat he's speaking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be probably a mix of everything, really. They're down with Albania, Greece there, and
Serbo-Croat, Greek, and American, I think. Yeah. Everybody looking up at the big video screen, the clock. Mathias Smodis there, hardly played in this second half, but had a good first half. Perhaps just being rested. Remember, this is only a preparation game for Eurobasket.
Doesn't it highlight the strength of the Slovenian team? I mean, you look in this game as though they can turn it on whenever they want to, and they've struggled here, there, and everywhere. They're 5 points up now, but they've got the power in all sorts of areas.
1 minute 13 remaining in the fourth period, and it's a 5-point Slovenian lead. 4,000 fans here, riveted, absolutely 100% attention from Slovenian basketball mad crowd. Foul, defensive foul, yeah, it's a good foul.
That's poor defense, Roy, really. You know, you're 5 points up. The last thing you want to do is give them an opportunity to get easy points from the line. Got to match hands. Here's the bump from on Sam. Look at that. There's no way that's defense.
Samarzitsky there, going to the hoop, fouled by Jurica Golomac.
Well, now
it was a good foul then.
Yeah, he's just come back in the game too. Peter Samarzitsky's not played for a while. 7 points, the young man, 23 years old. Well, maybe it was a good foul, but you do not want to stop the clock, give him easy points.
Golomac feeling very satisfied with life at the moment, being fouled, and didn't do any damage to his team. In the last minute, 50 seconds in fact, Slovenia by 5, running the clock down superbly. Lakovic inside, he's fouled, and not quite the and one.
Right, I think, you know, Jaka Lakovic, if Chris Finch is watching this for the GP team, if you stop Lakovic, you've got a chance, because he is the real energizer bunny out there for the Slovenian team.
Yeah, I'd say stop Lakovic and stop Smodis.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. Well, by contrast, whereas Macedonia missed 2 foul shots, Jaka Lakovic, much to the appreciation of the 4,000 local fans, hits the first foul shot for Slovenia. They know that they've had 2 good preparation games against Macedonia. Lakovic, 2 from 2 from the line. They reckon it's as good as done and dusted, the Slovenian crowd. They lead by 7 with 35 seconds remaining in the fourth. There's a foul. It's a shooting foul. Now, can Macedonia hit 2 from the line this time? Well, 1 would be good, 2 even better. Smart foul again from Lakovic. We saw him play only 3 or 4 minutes ago, play superb defense against Todor Chisevsky. And there he is then, just picking up only his 2nd foul. Gabrica Stepanov hasn't missed a foul shot yet. And that remains the situation. It's a 6-point lead for Slovenia.
Look at the scoring, Roy. Macedonia 3 players in double figures, Slovenia 5 players in double figures. Top scorer 12 points with 3 of those guys.
6 from 6 for Stepanov. And here he comes. And replaced by the number 8, that's Darko Sokolov.
Opting not to foul. They're going to let Slovenia run an offense here, which is probably not wise.
No, really, there should have been an early foul then if they want to win this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on at all.
Well, it's only a friendly game, but to my mind, Macedonia should have fouled a long time ago. Shot clock on 2. And they get the rebound. Well, did he hit the rim? Well, 3 seconds left, so it's 80 plays 75. Oh, hit the rim, so 80 plays 75. Slovenia over Macedonia. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia have come to Slovenia for 2 preparation games. They've lost them both, the first by 9, the second by 5, but great preparation for both teams. This is in preparation for Eurobasket 2009 in about a month's time in Poland, and both coaches must be well satisfied. Macedonia, obviously the underdogs, one of the lower ranked teams in Eurobasket 2009, but Slovenia, a possible medal contender.
Well, you think on this performance that with Sasha Vujacic, if they can get him fit, then they are medal contenders. I don't think if Vujacic doesn't come to the tournament, Roy, they're not going to get in the top 3. But a good performance for Slovenia. They always had something left in store. But Macedonia, a good fighting effort.
Well, from me, Roy Birch and Mickey Bet, it's goodbye for now. But remember, next Monday, it'll be Slovenia against Russia here live on Eurosport 2. Don't miss it.